My name is Ryan Carey. I'm from Bishop Falls, Newfoundland, and I was diagnosed with Tourette syndrome at a young age. Tourette syndrome is a neurological disorder that is caused by repetitive movements called tics, and of course it can be quite annoyance and painful at times when you're doing something over and over again, and restrictive to doing things. I'm currently at College North Atlantic pursuing my diploma in engineering technology, and I'm hoping once I finish that then to go on and finish my engineering degree. I had to do a lot. It started to begin with going to the school for was a half hour to an hour in a day. I couldn't sit down at all, and I couldn't hold a pencil at all. So it was me standing up to a podium with a teacher, going through just some basic English and basic math, just so I somewhat kept up. But even then, that hour was a massive challenge, and I'm thankful for the teacher I had to do it with me because she was amazing. But that's where it started, and then went on from there. And there'd be days that I was there and I had to leave, I couldn't get through the whole half hour or hour. To the point where if I was sitting down, when I could sit down, that was very rare that I could. But when I could, my head movements could be so violent that I could hit my head off the table and not without even trying it, right? So that's where I came from. And then I ended up moving up to in high school, which my online learning came in, so I did all that from home. Some days again I couldn't walk, couldn't sit down, so a lot of times it would be done in bed sick. I remember times where I was that unwell, and then of course with medications making me tired, I was lying down on my computer in class, falling asleep, and then with my mother alongside of me, keep tapping me, wake up, pay attention, whatever. And that's pretty well what got me through high school. Grade 10 was a big challenge for me, given that I had no education beyond pretty well 7th grade education, and going right from to high school was interesting. But I managed to get through that, and I ended up basically completing my 11th and 12th grade online. And then from that I graduated, which was a big surprise at the time. Well, by looking backward, that is. And then I moved on to college. I wanted to pursue engineering, but given my situation through high school, it wasn't really a possibility given my credits at the time. So I decided I'll do engineering technology, I'll try that out, and then I'll go from there. Self-accomplishment. But on top of that, I personally, I want to be a role model in the sense that I want to see that people are able to do things, and that disabilities such as Tourette syndrome don't limit them. And I feel that if he could do it, anyone can do it, kind of thing, right? And that's kind of my logic behind it. And then of course I have my interests, and then of course pursuing an interest further is a big thing. I've done things over the last couple of years especially that I would never imagined. A big, I think, influence on my current situation, I think, was Shad Canada. The year that I graduated, I applied for a program, which at the time I've only ever heard of it a couple weeks before the deadline. And I applied with zero intentions of ever actually getting accepted for it, given the sheer few of people get it and the exception of people that do usually get to go. and I got accepted, which was a big just confidence boost in myself and my own ability, because given my previous experiences, I didn't exactly have a whole lot of confidence in myself. So getting to do that was something that definitely shaped how I look at things, as well as I met a number of amazing individuals, and all who inspire me to keep moving forward. Tourette's a lot of times can be caused, or not caused, but a factor that'll make it worse would be stress. So not having to stress about, if I have the money to pay for my tuition, pay for my living, pay for a tutor if I needed it, or anything along those lines, is a huge increase on my end, in the sense that I'm able to do what I'm there to do, and is to do my studies without having to worry about anything else, which causing any external stress that would make things worse. There is a number of resources out there. I know there's numerous Facebook pages and stuff dedicated to people with Tourette's. There's a whole association, the Canada Association, is called Tourette's Canada, as well as there's one for the US, there's like regional things, there's all kinds of stuff if you look for it. Yeah, as easy as it sounds, it do get better. I know when I was in that case, if someone said it gets better, then oh, blah blah, yeah, whatever, you don't know what you're talking about, kind of thing. But coming from someone who has experienced it and knowing what I was thinking probably then, I can honestly say I do, and that you can do whatever you want to do, and nothing can stop you. I once made a joke while I was talking to a doctor, and I said, when I was officially really diagnosed, because I wasn't really, it's one of the things, I guess, that you have it, but you weren't really medically diagnosed till a much older age. And I joked to the doctor, I said, well, I guess I'm not going to be a surgeon anytime soon, because, the way I would move and stuff. And he looked at me and he said, why not? He said, I know a surgeon that I went to school with. He said, he's one of the best surgeons I know, and he has Tourette's. So that's my outlook on it, for sure.